guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Liz and this is Let's Get Lizical, where we do everything card baking. Today is day 11 of our holiday card series, so one more day after today. I will have more Christmas content out before Christmas, but this is just my official series. I might continue to use my card series opener for the rest of the year, but we'll see. But anyway, we are going to be making a card today using some Mama Elephant products. We're going to use the cool penguins and the little agenda penguins. These ones we're going to use to make our own Turnabout background. This is one I made a long time ago, and it's just a template with the dinos on it. I usually use this as a layout, and I have made my own jig and everything, and this is going to be my new template for the penguins. And right now I'm going to do two cards today. I'm going to do one with the tonal background, and then I'm going to do one where I use 4 colors on it, like you would for a normal Turnabout stamp. If you want to watch the video on how to make the template and the jig, I will link that at the end of this video. And for now, I'll go through it quickly, but not like in depth. Probably I'll just do it to tell you like what I'm doing, and then we will make cards with these. So I will move over to my voiceover and you guys can watch me make some cards. Okay, so voiceover Liz here. I really enjoy making these Turnabout backgrounds. Are really fun to do. It's quick and easy. You just really need the setup, which I go through in the video I did originally, which I think I did like a couple years ago at this point. But basically we made a template, and then I keep this template and use it to make new templates. That way I don't have to do work over and over again. The only mistake I made with this one originally is I put 2 of the penguins kind of like in the same spot, so that one I put off to the left side and the one I put at the top center there, those 2 are actually in the same position. There's a very specific way to set these up, and I kind of did it in like a 3x3 square and then kind of played around with it in that original video, which again linked at the end of this one. If you want, you can like pause this, open a new tab, watch that video, and then come back to this, just so that you understand a little bit more of the process. But you'll see here where they kind of overlap once you make it full way around. So obviously I had one too many in that area, and I kind of skipped the like one up in the corner there because it's not ever going to be shown unless you're doing a 6x6 paper. I usually do this on the 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch panels, and I just like temporarily tape it to the jig that I made. But this time I moved this guy to the corner, but again, he doesn't get shown, so it's there for future. But I think if I was going to lay this out again, I might shift things a little bit. I think there's a little bit more space in between some of them than the others. On the dinosaur one, they're spaced out perfectly, but they are different shapes, so it kind of works. So this one, again, I would probably tweak it a little bit and maybe move a few of them up a little bit and more into those more empty spaces. But it's just again a quick and simple way to use up your smaller stamps and create your own pattern backgrounds, and I'm going to be showing you 2 ways to do that in this video. So we'll be doing a solid color one where we do the same color for all 4 rotations, but we will also be doing one where I do a different color for each rotation, and then that kind of like mixes up the colors throughout. So when you do that, you kind of want to like space out your images a little bit evenly, just so that like colors are evenly spaced. It is a little bit more difficult. You might have ones here where the colors are a bit closer together, and this one's a little too close to the edge, so this one I probably should have put on to like the left side there instead. But this I usually stamp once, so that's my template for the spacing of the colors as well. And then again, I temporarily adhere my panel to this. For this blue one, we're going to be using blue for all of them. This first stamping that I have here, like I did try to stamp off some of the color that was on there, but I think there was still a bit of that slate ink that I used for the template. and it made this first layer a bit darker. I would just like recommend really scrubbing your stamps well before you move on to another color, which becomes a little bit more relevant when you're working with the 4 colors, which we'll do next. But this one was just like a quick and simple. I wanted to just like keep it like a very subtle background. If you want it even more subtle, you could use the clear embossing ink, either from, you know, whatever company you order it from, the Versamark, the Lawn Fawn, the Simon's probably has one as well. Like, you know, whatever one works for you. Versamark is the more popular one, but I use the Lawn Fawn one. But I think I was using a Versamark refill because Lawn Fawn didn't have them at one point, but I think they do now. I'll have to double check on that, but I'm pretty sure I'm using Versamark ink in the Lawn Fawn pad. But again, like I probably make the switch after because Lawn Fawn's a little bit cheaper. But here I am doing the 4 different colors. I decided to keep it on a bit of the cooler side, so I did a blue, a purple, a pink, and a green. And it's like a little bit more of a bold, fun background. Make sure you turn every time as well, and make sure you clean up all your surfaces. And again, make sure between colors that you are cleaning your stamps off. If you're using lighter colors like yellows and oranges maybe, or like lighter blues, I would maybe like clean it off, stamp it off to like printer paper, just to make sure it's clean a few times, and then move on to the next color. The way that I usually do the colors is I try to work from lightest to darkest. So if you want like a light color in the first section, and then you want another light color in like this third rotation so that they're kind of opposite each other, then I would probably stamp the first one, turn your cardstock twice instead of once, stamp the second one, and then go to your next color. So you would turn one more rotation and then stamp that, and then turn 2 rotations to the opposite corner, if that makes sense. That's okay if it doesn't. It's a little bit confusing, but like once you get the hang of it, it is fun to do. And I do have quite a few patterns. I did the penguins. I have a reindeer one, I think, and I have like 3 Christmas ones, I think, and then the dinos set up. I don't think I have one with Santa, and I would like to do one with all of like the Christmas Mama Elephant little agenda sets. So maybe do like the snowman and the penguins and the reindeer and the Santa and the elves if you have it. I don't have that one, but you know, just like all Christmas motifs, because they're not Christmas specific sets, but they do have Christmas specific images in them. So like some of these, the penguins are holding Christmas lights or candy canes, or they have top hats like the snowmen, and you know, like each little agenda set has like Christmassy themed ones. There's birthday themed ones in them. You know, they're for all occasions because they're meant for agenda planners. But yeah, so anyway, have fun with your patterns. Use up your small stamps. It's a good way to use them, because otherwise it's very hard to use small stamps on cards because it's hard to fill up the space and do it quickly. This is like a type of card that you could easily mass produce a bunch of different backgrounds, especially if you want to do like the first technique where I did a light blue background and then maybe again use that embossing ink just for a more tonal look. And you can do a whole set of these in like rainbow colors if you wanted to. And then for that one, I stamped the penguin in like the coordinating blue ink, and I just left it white. I didn't even color it in, which is very unusual for me. I don't normally do that, but I really like the effect of that one. That one's actually my favorite of the 2. I actually found this colorful one on the white to be a little bit too bold for me. So I am adding a layer of vellum around it just to help tone that pattern down. And then for the image on this one, again, I stamped it in like a coordinating purple, which was the darkest shade that I did. And then I decided to color it in somewhat like flat color in shades of purple and gray. And I like the way that that one turned out as well, but I think this one here is my favorite. And I think it's also because of the contrast. So you have like the full colored background, and then the image itself is just an outline, and it just looks really cute. Like I really like this one. I might actually have to do another one of these, maybe in a different color. I only did the one in the blue, and then I did the colored one in for the other option. But I think like This would make a good like red one, or like hot pink for Christmas, or teal or something, you know? Like, it's just a quick and simple way to put a card together, especially if you don't have to do any coloring. If you're not really into coloring and you're more into stamping and ink blending, this is a good technique to use because you just have to stamp the image, no coloring necessary. And it still looks good, right? Like, it's not taking away from anything. It is complementing the background, especially because I'm using coordinating images as well. Like, these sets don't go together, but they are from the same brand, so they somewhat coordinate. And because I'm using the penguins with the penguins, it makes sense. So again, like if you have other sets that somewhat coordinate, it also helps. But I like both of these cards, but I think the blue one is my favorite one. But yeah, so these are pretty much our cards for today, guys. Let me know which one's your favorite. Do you like the more colorful version? Do you like the blue version? I think I could also do like a blue background with these colors as well, and then like the one color would maybe be a little bit more tonal like the first one. But yeah, ideas, you know, they're always there, and there's always more. But yeah, anyway, thanks again for joining me for today, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and let me know your thoughts. Also, let me know which one's your favorite, of course. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe because I love to have you here, and make sure you follow me over on Instagram and Facebook for any additional content. And until next time, thanks guys. Bye.